What's up, guys? Welcome back. Dave's had enough here. Glad to be here. And another video from Dave. And yeah, pretty much this is my thoughts on the whole thing with the PlayStation now basically coming to PC. I saw King Grimpachi's video and both Failed to Listen's video. And I've been hearing a lot of people in general about this subject. This is actually becoming a bigger topic than I thought it would be. Because basically, isn't this something we all knew of that was going to happen eventually? They said that, PlayStation Now is going to be on many devices, tablets, smartphones. I could have sworn it. They said that. It was on the PlayStation, TV. It was going to be going to PC. So now all of a sudden it's like new news or something when it actually is about to happen. But the funny thing with this whole thing is you got guys going around the community, same thing with all the other fanboys, when it comes to, with the Microsoft going to Windows 10. And I believe those games are on, I could be wrong, was it Origins now? I'm not a PC guy, but I know you can get, the actual game on your PC and do what you want with it with the Xbox. And that was a big thing for a while. Now all of a sudden, PlayStation Now, that's going to be on PC. But the difference from the two is the ones that with the Xbox that goes to Windows 10, and I believe it's on Origins or Steam. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know it's on Windows 10. You can actually, do things to the games. Like basically, go in there and do what you want to it. Basically do the, get the high frame rates, 4K, all that stuff, I believe. Now with the PlayStation Now, it's a streaming service, and basically you gotta, I guess you just deal with what you got. You can't do the 1080p or the 4K and all that. You gotta deal with what that streaming service is gonna stream it to you, right? So that kind of defeats the purpose of PC gamers because they're all about their high resolutions and high frame rates and going in there and messing with the game and modding it and doing all that. So that's all out the window with the streaming service. So I don't understand why they're all excited for that service, and I really don't understand why they're excited for this service when nobody gave a shit about it. Nobody has been talking about it at all. I haven't heard nothing about PlayStation Now in a long time. I don't even know anybody that uses it, to be honest with you. And all of a sudden it's like, God's gift to gaming now for PC gamers. Now, with me, I don't give a fuck what's on what. I don't care if Nintendo games are on PC. I don't care. I don't care if Nintendo games are on Sony. I don't care. The ridiculous thing is I've been called every kind of fanboy but a PC fanboy. I've been called a Nintendo fanboy. I've been called a Sony fanboy. I've been called a Microsoft fanboy. One case recently, I was watching a video from this, and he called me. He says I sit on my PlayStation and I sit on my PS4 and talk everything great about the Xbox. But then I'll have another guy telling me I'm a Sony fanboy. So what is it? I play on both consoles. I sold my Wii U because I got tired of the Wii U. You can honestly say that at times I've said some negative things. I said negative things about all these consoles, but I could see if somebody says that with Nintendo. But what am I? What kind of fanboy am I? I usually play everything. I don't care, The only thing I've never gamed on is PC, pretty much. That's it, But I think it's funny people will call you, fanboys, and that's a whole other argument. But I'm just trying to say I don't give a shit if PlayStation Now is going to be on PC. I'm just trying to point that out. That's not the argument. But the funny thing is, with PC gamers, like I said, they like to change all their resolutions and their frame rates and go in there and mod the game. And you can't do, from what I understand, you can't do none of that with a streaming service, right? Am I correct or am I wrong on that? So if I am correct, that would mean that that would defeat your reason for being on PC, because if you didn't care about that stuff, you would be on consoles, right? Just saying, But I think it's funny how, like, all of a sudden this is a big thing. Like, Failed to Listen, he was in my live chat telling me, like, making sure I'm aware he's saying it. And the funny thing is, I have nothing against Phil. Listen, he's a really good dude, but I don't know if he took me as like a Sony fan gonna get upset about this shit, because that's not the case. I could care less. I think it's good that these games are going everywhere and everybody gets to play them. I don't understand why you would be, like, I don't understand the whole fanboy thing. I never really understood it, why you'd be opposed to playing on PlayStation or Microsoft or even PC. One day I'm gonna get a PC. The way these consoles are going and how they're doing things, I might just try PC to see if I like it. And probably if I do like it, I'll stay there, because I'm tired of dealing with a lot of this console nonsense. I mean, we're getting fucked. I'm not happy about the whole Neo and the Scorpio, but that's a whole other video that I've already explained. I'm not going to go into that. I'm just trying to say I don't mind what I play on. I don't care. But I just think it's funny that people, get all riled up over this stuff. I was watching, like, a Critical Hit 64. He was doing a response to Active Gaming Sin, which I've liked both them dudes, but I saw him play a part of Active Sin's video about how, I would have even bought a PS4 if I knew these games were coming, to PlayStation Now, to the PC. But the funny thing is with that guy, he don't know what he is. Active Gaming Sin. He's a Nintendo fanboy, he's a Microsoft fanboy, and then he jumps to Sony. He don't even know. Now that's a fanboy that's very confused, I mean, the whole Reboot Gaming people, they all go out and buy PlayStations and then shit on it. Make up your mind what kind of fanboy, if you're going to be one, which one you are, I think it's funny he's sitting there saying Sony lost all their exclusives. I mean, in a way, if you see, there's a difference to this whole thing from what Microsoft is doing. And this isn't me being a fanboy saying this, but Microsoft puts their games on Windows 10 where you actually, when you buy it, you can do all those things you want to do on PC to them. Like the frame rates and the resolution and, getting in there and, modding the game if that's what it is. But with the PlayStation Now, it's a service, so you don't necessarily own that game like you would on, Windows 10. So the minute you stop paying for that subscription, those games are gone. It's a service, and the minute they decide to take PlayStation Now off the fucking PC, what does that mean? What does that mean then? Does that mean they're exclusive again? It don't make any sense, the whole thing at all. I just think it's funny. It's a service that nobody gave a shit about, but all of a sudden now that it's coming to PC, it's like all the PC gamers are all excited for this, and everybody that hates Sony. I don't understand it. If a lot of I'm not talking about failed listen here, but if a lot of people couldn't stand Sony like they said, why even play these games to begin with? Why even be excited about PlayStation Now if you can't stand Sony? Like I see certain people like the Reboot Gaming community, they despise Sony, so why would you even want to play their games to begin with? Just saying. But yeah, I've watched all three of their videos. I thought they were all pretty good videos. King Grinpachi, both failed to listen videos. I will put them in the description. Guys, check them out. Shout out to both these guys. I have nothing against anybody. I just want to talk about my take on it, because I saw failed to listen in my comment section. I've seen other people. Like I said, I didn't think this was like a big topic. I was like, I didn't think it was a big deal, but all of a sudden, I guess maybe because gaming news is so slow right now, a lot of people are making something out of nothing, but they already said they weren't, they basically were going to do this a while back, and I don't know if people have a selective memory of what they want to remember at times, but they already said this, and I don't get why it's such like a big deal. Call me crazy, but it's just the normal things that go on in the community. It doesn't make any sense. This community is hilarious at times. But yeah, guys, that's my video. Tell me what you think in the comments section, and let me know what you think about all this. Like I said, I don't give a damn what I play on. Back in the day when it was Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and you had that console war, I never picked a side, and that wasn't nothing like it was, like it is now, I'm not opposed to anything. PC gaming, handheld if I had to. I'm not a big handheld person, but I have gamed on it in the past with Sega Game Gear and PSP, but, you know, I'm not opposed to anything. As long as I can game, I don't give a shit. If it really came down to it where we had to play these things on our cell phones, if that's the only place I could get it, that's where I'd be gaming. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to anything. I don't get why you would pick a side if you can enjoy all kinds of games from everywhere. But wouldn't it be great if they're all just in one place and you could just play them all there? I mean, I'm not opposed to that either, you know. But it is what it is, you know. I just think this whole fanboy shit's ridiculous. What happens if that does happen when they're all in one place and there is no sides no more? What do you do then? Is the cheerleading over with then? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. More videos come later, YouTube.